and welcome to day 9 of the 13 days of Halloween series. We hope that you're enjoying this series, and make sure to leave a comment daily and be a subscriber to all of our channels. What I have created today are the witch boots, which I used an SVG file from the Silhouette Design Store, and I used the Spook Hill paper pad by Recollections. I love how these came out, and I love the accent of the gold foil. I did use the Silhouette program to create the internal offset so I could have the various layers. I just love that look. You can see I chose this decorative spider web paper with the spiders coming down, and I used it on both sides in the back. And for the sole of the shoe, I used this marbled paper that was in that pad, as well as this starburst effect paper, and then the paper with the spider webs, and some more of the gold foil to accent the lace holes. And I did use some black organza ribbon for my laces, and I used the gold mesh at the top so it coordinates with the purse that I had shown yesterday. I'll just bring it back in so you can see them together. I just think they are so fun. So I wish that I could wear the shoes and have the matching purse. We'll just spin it around once again so you can see how it curves up. I do have a tutorial on how I put the boots together, so if you would like to see that, stay tuned. Okay, so we have the pieces for our witch's boot, and I went ahead and glued the pieces together just to save time, and I'll show you how we fold the tabs back and glue the pieces together. I did use the internal offset feature in the Silhouette program so I could have the decorative layers. It does not come with those, but in the Silhouette it's very easy to do, and I think Cricut you could just make each piece a little bit smaller and get your decorative layers. So we have each side, and this is the tongue, the lace part, and this is the back, the short piece. And I've not glued the heel decorative pieces on yet, just because I want to make sure they're centered in case I would get off when I'm folding for some reason. And then for the sole of the shoe, I have some decorative pieces. I've not glued those on either. Since it curves around, I didn't want the paper to get too stiff with the layers, so I didn't put those on. The first thing we will start out with is putting the lace part on the shoe. And we want to start putting it on the very front. So I'm going to fold these tabs back. This is what we attach our glue to. Okay. And I did use 110-pound cardstock from Michael's for the base to make it good and sturdy. And I'll take my bone folder and just kind of curve this a little bit more to go with the boot. And so what we're going to do is we're going to glue and line it up like so is what we're going to do. So we'll just, I am using my art glitter glue. My bottle, I just keep refilling it so it looks a little rough. Got just a little bit too much there. And I'm just going to do a couple tabs and make sure that's flush at the top. So I'm lining the top of this piece with the very tip of the boot, the toe part. We want that to be flush. And glue some more tabs. I'm just putting glue on these tabs. I'm just going to fold them back all the way so I can reach them, and you can see where I'm putting glue on. We'll do 3 this time. Okay. And we're just going to line it up with the outside of the shoe, like so. And now that we've got that started, we need to start gluing the other part of the shoe on. And we're just going to line the tip of the toe up with the top of the lace piece. I'm going to put a little bit of glue underneath here on a couple of tabs. More tabs. So that looks good. And we will do a few more tabs on this side. Now we're going to put the sole of the shoe on, so I'm just folding the tabs. The first thing we want to do is glue the first portion of the tab, this first part right here, onto the tip of the shoe. So I'm going to put the score mark at the very line that up with the top of the shoe and hold it. And make sure it's centered in that part as well. I'm going to let that dry completely before I move on. The next thing I want to do is I want to put glue on the first tab on each side of the shoe and then tuck that in. And then I'm just going to line it up with the top of the boot and hold it. It's a little tricky, but you want to get this good and anchored so we can start, doing the curve part. Okay, so you can see we've got that lined up with the tip of the shoe, and I'm going to fold these back a little bit better so I can put the glue and then fold them up against the sides of the shoe. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 on each side to get started, or actually let's make that 3, and I'm just going to fold that in, making sure the tabs go on the inside and that I line the score line up with the edge of the toe of the shoe. I'm just going to do 2 to 3 tabs on each side of the sole and adhere it to the sides of the shoe, and I'm just going to go around and do that next. And now we're going to put the back part of the heel on. Find it here. Okay. And just going to fold all of the tabs over. See here. See how the curve is? We want to curve this a little bit to fit on the bottom, the back of the heel. Just taking my bone folder, and then I want to do this way where it comes back. So we'll take this first tab at the bottom and we're going to glue it and line this up in the middle like that, okay? And we're just going to glue 2 tabs to get it started. This is when it gets difficult to try and reach your hand in the shoe. So we'll just do a few at a time. I'm lining the score marks up with the edge. And I'm just going to follow this curve all the way up. And then do the other side. So now we've got our boot together. I'm going to glue the bottom piece of the sole on. I'm just going to put a little bit on the very tip of the shoe. And as I mentioned earlier, I created the insets so it doesn't have a score mark. And it's very thin, so I'm able to bend it. So I'm just going to line it up in the middle, like that, and just let that dry. And I did make a little extra piece to go here. For some reason, it wasn't long enough, so we'll just trim this off a little bit. I have the other decorative piece. I'm just going to put a little bit where the toe will go over the top here. Now we can work on the heel part. Those are my insets. I'm just going to score these really well. And see how that's curved on that side? I want to curve my paper so it'll make it easier to glue the tabs. Okay. And that'll help me a lot. So what I'm going to do is just glue these tabs all along the curved piece. Glue on my decorative pieces. And we'll just fold these down ever so slightly. Just going to put some glue underneath where these touch. And then glue all around the top. We will line this up, center it, and then hold it down. I think it's going to hold now. And I'm going to get some score tape and run along the toe of the shoe. I'll look at my other one. So it looks like I have went down about right here on the sides. Make sure that's secured really well. And peel this off. And I forgot to curve my toe. So we'll just curve this top piece. Go in the shoe, and I'm just lining it up with my other shoe so it's similar in height. So that's what I was doing. And now I can just push this score tape up against that. That is our shoe. So come back tomorrow for our 13 days of Halloween. Thanks for watching. I can't believe it's already day 9 of our 13 days of Halloween series. I hope you are enjoying it as much as I am. I can't believe it's coming to an end. So make sure that you're leaving comments daily on each of our channels, as well as a subscriber. I have all of the giveaway rules in the description box below. So thanks for watching and have a spectacular day.